Everybody, welcome back to Uncle Taylor's Wild Ride. I'm your host, Uncle Taylor. Thank you very much for joining me for this latest video. Episode 6, Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, one of my favourite tracks of the year to watch, especially in the real life where some of these upgrades that they make are finally coming into fruition at a starting point for the rest of the season. If you didn't watch the last episode, please go back and watch it. It was an incredible video, very, very high ranking episode for us, with a very good finish from K-Mag, pulling out a very unbelievable points position. Not a victory, we were close to the podium, but a very closely contested race. So definitely encourage you to go back and watch it. And if you have been watching the videos so far, thank you so much. It does mean a hell of a lot to have your support. Obviously trying to make it big, trying to do the best I can and make as much content for you guys as possible. Here we are, we're at the start of our racing weekend. I stupidly went ahead and already set our goals for the weekend. So at the moment, reaching Q3 will be, I think, a very easy one for us to get, but they want both of us to reach Q3, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge. Minimum qualifying position of P10 with at least one driver, and then both drivers to reach Q2 as well, which is easy enough. We haven't set these two though, so our finishing position, I think we can pull off a P8, especially after last episode for one driver. And our qualifying streak, doing it P10 or higher across for the next 5 races, which again I think is very easily going to be easy enough for us to reach. Let's get straight into it. Let's not muck around. Let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into Barcelona.
Formula One has cranked up the heat over Barcelona. The first Grand Prix held here was won by Nigel Mansell after a wheel-to-wheel battle with Ayrton Senna. But who will follow in his footsteps this weekend? Long straights and medium speed turns dominate here, but there's something else to watch out for at Barcelona. The air currents are strong and unpredictable, and they'll be giving aerodynamic components a real run for their money this weekend. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. There's nothing like a race weekend in Formula One.
I can absolutely back that. There's nothing like a racing weekend. I know this weekend coming up, we've got the Dutch Grand Prix, which I'm very keen to watch. Zandvoort. I plan to hopefully, with any luck going to Europe next year, I'm planning to get over there and go watch a race. I'm going to watch a race, go to the track at least and have a look and see what's going on around that area. Considering I've been to Melbourne now. Same state, so same country, but going internationally, that would be an amazing experience, and I'll definitely vlog it and be that guy. Oh my god, guys. Anyway, let's move on. FP1, we're going to actually sub out Schumacher for the moment as our starting for first practice one, free practice one. I'm going to put in Fittipaldi, get him some experience, see if it's something that we might, be looking keen on, even though we are scouting other drivers. It doesn't hurt to still give these young kids some opportunities. And I'm all for opportunities here because you guys gave me the biggest opportunity of all by watching my content. So, of course, it makes sense to do it this way. I'm going to fast forward through a couple things here. Okay, we are ready to rock and roll. We've got 20 lap stints. With any luck, we'll be able to get these car part knowledges up to 100 here. I'm just going to check one more thing before we kick off. Yes, that's right, we have that, so we're going to give this one here to K-Mag, considering his performance last ep. Definitely deserves it. Look at the improvement there in the drag reduction. It's a huge improvement, so we should expect him to have a very strong weekend this weekend. Is anything else we've got here? And what I like to do is try and just sub out components that are getting to their worn status and just try and preserve it, because we're only in free practice, so we don't want to throttle the car too much in terms of wasting all our parts. I've been playing an offline version of this and I'm quite advanced already, so I know a little bit about what I need to try and do for this stint. So I'm trying to preserve the parts as long as we can, and this is the best way too. But let's jump into it, guys. I won't record everything.
Radio's good.
I'm not going to record everything, of course, because I value your time and, you know, the longevity of this video. So we'll do as much as we can. We'll get the flying lap, and then we'll fast forward through a couple of things here. I love how it made the noise, like he was taking off, but he hadn't even really taken off yet. That's alright. And there comes K-Mag. Again, such a good track to drive on. It would be such an honour to go visit something like this, but probably not in my lifetime, and that's completely sweet. As long as I'm able to say that I have been to the Formula 1, which I did put in the last video, Melbourne video, sorry, I should say. It was an incredible experience. Alrighty, well, fast forward. I'll meet you back here shortly. Looks like Lance Stroll's had a spin.
Now let's have a look. It's Lance Stroll. They spun the car. What a disaster.
Luckily, it wasn't a bad area that he spun in. Oh, there's been a crash on track. I can't see so far who it might be. They're all moving, but we'll find out very shortly who that was.
On the track.
Oh, George Russell's crashed. Turn 4.
Now let's look at this. Here's George Russell.
Is he just gone straight off, has he? Yeah.
A definite collision there. That's very unfortunate.
It wasn't a gigantic crash, but it's still something that would have done a little bit of damage, I'd think. See if we can get a front view. Yeah, it looks like the inside of the left-hand part of his front wing has gone down, unfortunately. A bit of damage on that. Oh well, unlucky for the Mercs. Looks like we've had another crash on track. I can't see who it is, so I can't even give you an update on.
There's been a crash.
Oh, Valtteri Bottas, huh?
Now we see Valtteri Bottas.
Same location as George Russell, so it looks like the drivers are getting caught out here. How bad was this one, though? That was a lot worse. That was a lot worse this time round. So he's going to be in a little bit of strife. With 10 minutes remaining in free practice 1. We're getting close to our second hit here. Oh, K-Mag locked up. Nothing too bad, which is good.
Running wide there.
And no damage. No, that's okay. That's fine with us. And Alonso ran wide as well.
Now watch this. Here's Alonso's car. Oh dear,
yeah.
oh dear. That's far wider than they would have wanted.
It's definitely wide.
The team are
really upset. It's free
locked
practice.
up and gone straight on.
The good thing again was that there's no damage to the vehicle. That's the best result possible with that lockup, because whenever you hear lockup in Catalonia, anything can go wrong. Alrighty. Well, that was free practice, guys. Thank you very much. I'll be looking forward to seeing you in qualifying.
With FP3 all finished, it's time to move on to qualifying. For those teams hoping to pick up points in tomorrow's race, qualifying is a great opportunity to get ahead of the competition. Whether a driver normally finds themselves as a front runner or a back marker, any advantage they can gain here today is sure to give them an edge. So here we are, ready to resume.
And here we are with the blurred out crypto.com banner. We are ready to rock and roll. Spanish Grand Prix. We're going into qualifying 1. I'm feeling very confident. 83% there for Mick and 73% for K-Mag. So definitely some improvements made by the AI, which was nice. Let's party, boys and girls. I hope you enjoy this. I'll go back off the camera again. I just want to introduce myself again. I'm Uncle Taylor. It's good to have you here. Let's have some fun. Alas, here we go. Journey here. So we're here with K-Mag, running on his flying lap now. Here we go. Obviously, he's got the newer wing, so I'm hoping that, you know, the drag reduction will help immensely here. But obviously, we don't know. Anything's possible. Schumacher is some distance away from him still. 22.5 in the first sector, plays 22.6. So he's hundredths of a second quicker already than Shuey. Which anything's possible, of course. This is Formula One, of course, we're talking about here. Let's get some broadcast shots in here for you guys. Oh, we're going to get held up by one of the alphas. Get out of our way, you dog washer. Dreadfully held up. That's disgusting. Which alpha is it? Bloody Guan Yu. Yeah, good on you, Guan Yu, you bloody wank. Let's see how much... Yeah, good. We held him up back too. Take that, son. Cop that. Yeah, so we lost 0.05 of a second there because of Guan Yu Zhou. If it's one thing I wish the AI would do in the improvement for down the track with updates from Frontier Gaming and all that, is that they would make sure that they have these little things fixed up. Because obviously, if you're a Formula 1 fan, you've seen it before. They give so much respect and so much, you know, leeway. It's just annoying.
Here's the replay.
An
now
Albon.
Watch this. Here's the moments involving Albon. Oh, and there's the lockup. That's the last thing they'll have wanted.
Yes, especially from a team that's really not going to get out of QP1, unfortunately. Q1. Plenty of time still remaining, so we can make it. I will stick around and watch this entirety. Yep, they've both made it back. Here we go. This will be the lap that K-Mag deserves. They're running the same tyres we ran in his first stint. So this will be the all-important. Let's see if he makes an improvement in the second sector and the third sector based on what happened earlier on. Because we're probably about 0.07 of a second off the pace, off the bat. As K-Mag drops down into the drop zone, we need to get him out here, so we're hoping for a really, really improved lap here. We're praying for it, actually, to tell you the truth. 2 seconds up on the delta there. This will be the ultimate here. This will be our tell-all. We've actually caught up to Mick. Believe it or not, we've caught up. So we're going to need him to pull a real miracle out here, and Mick as well, for that matter. Mick looks like he's going to go in through safely, and K-Mag in P8. See, what an improvement. So we were actually a second better than when Guan Yu Zhou held us up. But both the boys make it out of qualifying 1, which is a very good start. Unfortunately for those who dipped out, Yuki Tsunoda, Sebastian Vettel, Albon, Stroll, and Latifi. I'm not surprised about those last two. But Yuki Tsunoda, P16, having a bit of a nightmare there. Oh well, very unlucky. Very good run though in our first. So now we'll go straight into qualifying 2. All eyes are going to be on Schumacher here. This is going to be our main concern. So here we go. Come on, Shuey. Let's have some fun here, mate. Better time already. Very good first sector. K-Mag, no improvement there in the first. So as it stands, K-Mag is going to be in by 0.03 of a second as we're talking. But Schumacher's the one we want to try and get a little bit more pip up in the step, if that makes sense. It's looking good. It is looking good. There's no chance for Magnussen, I think, to drop out now, which is great. Which is very good. But come on, Shuey. Come on, Shuey. No. Fortunately not. Schumacher not improving on his position, improving his time only. So he's bowed out at P14 in qualifying 2. P7 is looking more likely because that's what Perez's last lap was. So there's every solid chance in the world that we can hit P7. Do I think we will? Personally, no. But funny things have happened. Look at last episode where we finished. So anything is possible. But alas, here we are, the start of the one and only one shot here from K-Mag. Let's see what he can pull out, what rabbit he can pull out of his hat. .22.4 in the first sector, which is good. That's the end of qualifying, so this is his one and only. Let's see what he can do. Let's, give him all the love and support we can. Get him up here. And the best thing is, once the rest of these drivers pass over, we'll be able to see exactly where we are sitting, because the only person behind us is Russell. So right now, we're playing for P7, as I've been saying. So let's see, where do we have a good opportunity to go with? 29.8 in the second sector, so that's a little bit faster from memory. P7's a 118.7, so we need a 118.793 here, which we're not going to get. So P8 it is, 118.9, still a very strong lap. So P8 in qualifying. Over to you, Crofty.
Race day, and final preparations are underway.
Has proved quite resourceful during qualifying. That puts them in a very good position to make the most of this race start. We didn't see any unexpected prowess from Alpine during qualifying, but they did well for themselves. Everything's still open to them for the race. The weather is very overcast here, and teams are staring at the sky watching for the first sign of rain. Strategies might have to be quite flexible going into today's race.
Well, Formula One is back in Barcelona, and the teams have got their work cut out for them.
And here we go. Race day Sunday. Mick Schumacher starting P14. Kevin Magnussen starting P8. Well, seemingly, Mick Schumacher has all of it to catch up on. Who knows? A safety car might happen. We're not sure, of course. But what I'm thinking is changing the C strategy. Let's see how far we can push these tyres. And just going for, yep, that'll do. Let's remove the third stint. And we'll just have a hard medium strategy. And let's see if that works. Well, anything can happen. Safety car can come out and we can change the strategy altogether. But at the moment, we're looking like we're going to be a B strategy here. So, first stint on soft, second stint on mediums, and we're going to try and push those mediums out as far as we can. And have a strong finish on the softs coming into the end of the race. I think that's probably going to be our best gamble, if that makes sense. Okay, well, here we go. The Spanish Grand Prix.
The drivers have now taken position on the grid, and it's looking like a cloudy day. There we see Kevin Magnussen. And it's Schumacher as the second driver today. They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. The teams are ready to go. This is it. It's the Spanish Grand Prix.
And it is...
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Very quickly, I'm going to quickly just do this. Set it all to deploy. Play the catch-up game. Pretend we're running last and we're trying to catch up. So, it is lights out, and here we go.
Okay, so we can start to close the gap. Copy.
Already looked at on the drag, it's looking a lot faster. We are catching up slowly. We've actually been overtaken though, surprisingly on the inside from Bottas. It looks like we're challenging the position there. Schumacher's gained a position against Guang Yu Zhou. So now we need to make he needs to make the move stick, get on the inside, and he does. Good stuff. Bottas gives up the position that he originally overtook us for, and we're able to hold on to P8 as we start. As we're pushing hard here to go up the inside of bloody George Russell, and we make it stick so far. Can we hold on to it?
Brilliant job here.
No, we can't.
Good job, Nick.
He's very quickly overtaken. Schumacher's up to P12, which is nice.
Haas with an overtake.
On the inside there, it looks like K-Mag has actually got around him. So even better.
Okay, good job. That's one. Good job.
And with Schumacher up to P11 as well. So this is a very strong start.
Position for Haas.
Let's watch that again. There was a bit of a challenge there.
All eyes on Kevin Magnussen here.
Very strong stuff. Very strong stuff. Oh, geez. That's the first time I've seen it live like that. That's nice. So who was that? Fernando Alonso has gone wide.
Okay,
let's take a closer look.
Locked up, sorry, I should say.
So there we have the Alpine. Well, they've lost it. They've locked up.
And that's taking him squarely back towards the end of the grid, if not the end. Yep, he's on the end of the grid now. So now Magnussen has a free run to try and overtake Perez here as best we can. And he's pushing hard. He's pushing hard. He's gonna go for it again.
Let's close the gap to the cars ahead. Copy that.
We are attacking, full attack mode here. At the moment, P5 is guaranteed for us if we can make the move stick.
Okay, good job, Kev. That's one.
Great job. Great stuff.
Good job.
Let's change this up just a little bit here. There's still a long race to go. And Schumacher overtook Ocon as well.
This. There's Schumacher.
Very good job on the inside. Very good job on the inside. And he makes it stick too.
And they get past, which moves them up a position.
Beautiful. Good driving by the boys this afternoon already, off the bat.
Okay, more lift and coast, please.
Copy.
This is a very strong start. P5 for Magnussen. And P9 for Schumacher, considering Schumacher started in P14. He's now in the points position already, and judging by the look at it, we are on the stronger tyre. So it's looking fairly positive. We'll chuck it back into deploy mode to try and catch up and close this gap, get inside the DRS zone of Hamilton. That way we're able to try and just stick on for the moment, because we really don't want to fall behind. And I'll burn through the DRS if I have to try and get up into that position there. We are again running the soft compound, so we're here for a short time, not a long time, but our stints as time goes on will be meaning a little bit longer and a stronger finish hopefully towards the end of the race.
Red Bull moved up. Let's take a look at the replay.
Red Bull finally got around us here.
Here's Sergio Perez.
Very strong attack on the inside, forced us wide and got the position. Nothing we could do with that one. Oh, Schumacher.
Okay.
Schumacher's locked up. That's going to send him straight to the back of the grid.
Right, watch this. There's Schumacher. Going wide like that could cost them back.
And it has. He goes back to P16. That's not what we wanted to see.
Okay, back off. Copy.
Started so well, Mick. And it's these moments of lapse of concentration where it really will be our undoing. So now we're going to deploy his ERS and turn his engine mode up to try and catch up and close the gaps to Alonso. He's a fair way off the pace.
Gained for a Mercedes. Let's take a closer look.
And Russell's overtaken us as well on the inside. Yeah, on the inside, can't help that. Especially as the tyre starts to go down in quality too for Magnussen.
No ERS.
Alright, let's harvest mode that.
So we just need to go charge on harvest it.
And we've re-overtaken him on that same stretch as well. Even though I'm treating it. Oh,
We can take a
God!
look now. All eyes on Kevin Magnussen here. They've gone wide. They won't be happy.
I'm not happy.
That's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see. Oh, big lock up there.
Oh, Leclerc looks like he's gone off as well. Judging by the little mini map.
Let's
Yeah, it
have
looks
a
like he
look.
locked up as well.
Watch this. There's Leclerc. Just a bit too heavy on the brakes, and they've locked up.
But he still keeps his position, which is fine. Trying to...
So overtake is available if you need it.
Let's take a look at the replay. Taking a
Vettel's
look again,
locked up.
it involves Sebastian Vettel. That lockup could have cost
Oh,
them dearly.
it could have, but it didn't.
Is that a lockup?
And Hamilton
Let's
locked up
see
as
what
well.
happened there.
Oh,
Now watch this. Lewis
Touch ahead.
Hamilton involved in this one. And this, yes, there. That's the lockup.
it's not the worst position. He's still P3 for Christ's sake. Geez, we've really closed a gap here to the rest of the squad. Don't know how that has been possible. Maybe it's a slower car. There might even be a problem with Russell, or he's holding up the drivers. Who knows? But alas, here we are. And our pit window here for K-Mag. So we're hoping for at least a 3.4 second
Let's
stop.
just put our head down.
That would be nice.
Okay.
We are going to drop out though towards Mick Schumacher, unfortunately, I do feel. So we'll be back towards the end of the grid. Come on, quick stop, quick stop, quick stop. 3.3 seconds, that's a very good stop. Very good stop. So P13 at the moment after that stop. So now we just need to wait on the rest of these guys to pit, which will be soon enough. Give it at least, 10-15 laps. We'll set our mode to deploy. We'll push everything as much as we can. And we'll catch up very shortly with the race. And Gasly goes a little bit wider than what he should have. And we
That's
don't.
a good overtake from Alpine.
And Ocon
Let's take a
overtakes
closer look.
Mickey Boy,
Okay,
unfortunately.
So there we have the Alpine.
Clear line, DRS. So now Mick's just got to play catch up. And if he can stay in there, he'll be in his DRS zone. Anything's possible. And we finally get around Gasly, which is nice.
Haas with an overtake there. Here's the replay.
Obviously, it's just
Now,
DRS.
just focus
Oh,
on
no,
the
it's not
Haas.
just DRS. I wouldn't have challenged him there on it, but okay, you do you, King. Good on you. That's fine. So now we're chasing down Russell. But we are going to have Gasly there chasing us with the DRS zone. And all Mick's got to do is just stick on and hold on here to Ocon. And he'll be in his DRS zone, his window. And together they can probably help each other try and play catch up.
Seems to have been a lockup. Let's have a look.
Nicholas
Now, let's
Latifi
look.
locking up.
We're watching Nicholas Latifi. It's
Nicholas.
a lockup. And that could be costly.
Nicholas Goat Tiffy. He is the GOAT. I also think we're going to stick it out here, and we're probably going to give Schumacher a longer stint, because those hards are still looking fine. If we can hold him for a little bit longer, anything is going to be possible. So I think we're going to take a small gamble on him, and see if we can get his tyres to go a little bit longer.
Looks like there's been a lockup. Let's
Latifi
take a look
locked
at
up
the
again.
replay. Now let's look. We're watching Nicholas Latifi. Oh, and there's the lockup. That's
Jesus Christ. He really is a bad driver. All these ridiculous
there's
lockups.
a spin.
But Alonso's
Let's see
spinning.
What happened there.
I'll see
Now
that.
Watch this. Here's Alonso's car.
Oh, very
Look
uncharacteristic
at that.
there.
They've spun their car.
Very, very uncharacteristic. Yeah, we'll finish on the medium tyres here for Mick. K-Mag's entered his next pit window, but his tyres are looking good. So for the moment, I think I just want to try and run it as long as I can.
Yep, understood.
So, Mickey boy, you get new tyres now, son. Looks like they're all bunched up pitting, so this might work in our favour. If we have a quick pit stop here, we can probably take over Alonso. We're hoping for a very good pit stop here. Get him on, get him on, get him on, get him on, get him on. 3.5. Not a bad stop. Not a bad stop. We've come out ahead. We've actually come out ahead, which is good. And K-Mag's in P4 at the moment. With a decent gap. So P7 is probably where we would pop out at. If everything went our way in terms of where we're sitting, how we are looking per se, in terms of the pit strategy. Leclerc's come out on fresh softs, which was unfortunately to be expected. But if we can get at least another 2 or so laps out of K-Mag, because Hamilton has caught right up to him, which again I'm not surprised that he has. He's running the much newer soft tyre. And with Alonso, and with Mick Schumacher, he can catch up towards the end of the race. We just need to bide our time for that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is where everything's gonna come down to.
Copy, box.
What can we do here?
Come on, Kev, let's pressure him.
Copy.
We're actually challenging for some reason here. That's okay.
I think there's been a lock-up. Let's take a closer look.
It's been the race of lockups.
Look. There we have Joe. They've locked up, but
Ooh.
that could have been much worse.
It could have been much worse. He's very lucky. Now we're going to deploy the ERS here, and just in a bid to try and catch up. We've harvested this entire in-lap because we're going to go for a major attack when we get back out. Oh, Mick.
Okay.
Let's have a look. Now just focus on the Haas. They're forced wide, and there we can see them slide off.
Bloody hell.
And that was a bitter blow for the team. And it may have really hurt their overall chances. They've locked up and gone straight off.
Okay, back off.
Now, I said about P7. Unfortunately, it's going to be looking more like P8. Which is still okay. It's where we started. I'm still happy with it. Or P7, actually. Yeah, no, P7. Quick stop, 3.5 seconds. That's nice. And we'll deploy the ERS and we'll turn our mode up in attack for the fuelage to try and catch some time up. Right now we need Schumacher to really close the gap from his error that he made before, and then eventually attack for that P10 and potentially P9, which would be nice, but I don't think it's going to be a major possibility at this moment. Right now our biggest competitor to try and catch is going to be K-Mag, is going to be Russell. We've set our thing into deploy mode, our ERS into deploy, so we are absolutely punching it up and down the straight trying to catch up. There's been a crash on track.
It's a crash. Here's
Verstappen's crashed.
Now here we see Max Verstappen.
He's locked up and gone into the back of the Ferrari, maybe? Nope, he's just locked up
Nasty crash there.
and done some damage to his front wing. It's not enough to bring out a safety car, though. Let's see if we can see if there's any damage in the front of his car after all. There should have been. Yes, his front wing is damaged. His front wing is damaged. Is he going to stop? This is where it's all going to change. If he does stop, that is going to have major complications on the end of the race. So all eyes are going to be on Max just for the moment. He's in a comfortable position to probably still pit and come out. He's pitting. He is pitting. He is pitting. It is all happening. Oh boy. He's going to lose a fair whack of time here. So anything is possible. Let's see. And he's going to come out. He's still going to be in a stronger position than what it was. Sector 2. Someone's gone off in Sector 2 somewhere.
And that's the lockup.
Yuki Tsunoda's locked up.
Now. Now let's look at this. The focus on Sonoda. Well, they've locked up. They won't...
Nothing too major.
Just push. Copy that.
Alrighty, here we go.
Mode push.
The big push is coming. Leclerc has crossed over to start the last lap of the race. We're 3.7 seconds out. I don't think we're going to catch him, but we're going to give it our best attempt to catch up and probably retake the fastest lap of the race. So let's see what can happen here, kids. Very exciting finish coming up. And we'll do the same for Schumacher once he gets across a certain position. There he is ahead. We are catching up.
If you
But
don't need it, no listing codes.
is it going to be enough to catch up to him? So far it is. We have taken a hell of a lot of time off. So anything is possible. Schumacher's race is over. He is all finished up, so he got lapped in the end.
That's Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is today's winner.
It's not looking good. We're going to fall short, unfortunately. We took two seconds off him, off his stretch of his attack. But P7, it is still a commendable finish. Still points. Definitely, you know, the goal that I spoke to him all about before we went to air. He was having a flyer of a lap. Okay. Well, P7 it is.
Checkered flag.
Kevin Magnussen showing us how it's done. A great result. Haas there having a very successful day at the races.
Just a really solid showing out there, which is exactly what they needed.
The end this weekend in 5th place in the constructor standings.
For the next Grand Prix, make sure you join us at the renowned city circuit of Monaco. Prepare yourselves for one of the most legendary rounds of the season.
And we fell short on trying to capture that that fast lap there. So Charles Leclerc has a flawless weekend this weekend. Good on him. Very good stuff. Mickey Boy, a lot to improve on. Unfortunately, got real stuck there. But it does mean we do move up to P5 in the constructors. So we are at the halfway mark at the moment. So it is looking positive. I'm happy. This is really, really positive stuff. Fittipaldi would have enjoyed the experience out in the car as well. So it's good all round. We got some good cash in as well. Our incentives did arrive for our positions that we met. Skating department has been upgraded, which is good. And we've got a new chassis ready for the next race too. Our next race is in 4 days, believe it or not, and we are going to be over there in the beautiful Monaco. I hate playing that game that car track in Formula 1, like when I'm driving, that is. But it is still a nice track to drive on. So we're going to make 2 spares of our new chassis that we just built. We built the 2 just to get us over the line. We need to, I'm not sure if they are manufacturing it after we lost that wing, so we're going to quickly repair that now. Yeah, no, we're fine. We've got the new front wing coming in next 38 days, so a bit of time to wait there. Hospitality area has been improved, and that takes us to the start of prepping for Monaco. But that is where this episode is going to end this weekend for this episode. Sorry, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed your stay here at Casa della Uncle Taylor. Make sure to give us a subscribe and a follow. Definitely all helps. I love seeing your comments and your feedback. If you have any, please drop them in. I look forward to hearing what you think so far of the series. And I look forward to seeing the next episode. Look after yourselves, guys, and each other. Thank you very much.